Hey guys, welcome back to the Nilagni Reiki channel. If you're watching this video, which is actually the second video of a 4-part video series, and you haven't watched the first video, then I highly recommend that you go and do that. The video will be up in the cards right now. So before I get into this video, if you're watching this and you're new, then please hit that subscribe button and the bell notification button in order to receive all of my latest content. And if you're watching this on Instagram or Facebook, then like and follow those pages to do the same. I am a former full-time monk and I am also a trained Reiki master / teacher. Welcome to my channel. So this video is titled Developing Your Self-Esteem, Stage 2, the stage of reflection, taking time to reflect. So how we got here is through the first stage, as you all know, the stage of rebellion. So basically, in summary, what that means is that something in our life needed to change. And more than likely, it was something internal that needed to change, something like outdated belief systems or a lack of self-worth, or something along those lines linked to a low self-esteem. And through this lack of self-esteem or this low self-esteem, we created an external environment that matched the frequency we were holding on to. And then we started to realize this and realize that this is not really what I want for my life anymore. So what did we do? We rebelled. Whether through a drastic act of rebellion or small but frequent acts of rebellion. And once we rebelled, once we exerted that energy to create that external change, we eventually end up having the space to reflect on where we've come from and just what the hell was going on there, both internally and externally. And generally, the questions we tend to reflect on in the state of reflection are questions like, who am I? Do I have a purpose? What is my purpose? Is there a God? And if so, how is this all linked to Him? We also tend to reflect on how we can create something different for ourselves, both internally and externally, so we don't create the same cycles that we just got out of. Because it's once our internals change that our externals change too. We then start attracting better situations for ourselves. And we tend to fall into negative or toxic situations less than before, because we're not holding on to that frequency anymore. However, the key words here are once we've changed our internals. Because if we don't change our internals, we're going to keep falling back into those same cycles like we did before. Because again, that's what we're holding on to. And now this is where the work comes in. Because unfortunately, our internals don't just change. It requires us to heal from whatever was keeping us in that space that no longer suits us anymore. And just a tidbit of information, this is why we keep finding ourselves in similar situations that are potentially unhealthy or toxic for us. It's because those situations are trying to help us to grow by deepening our connection to ourselves and to the divine, and thus improving our sense of self-esteem. However, this can only happen once we've gone through stage 1, creating an act of rebellion, then moving into stage 2, taking that time to reflect, which is then leading us into stage 3, which I will talk about in the next video. Now, I'm not going to reveal too much about the third stage, but it has a very interesting name. But I'm only going to reveal it once I release the third video. So stay tuned for that. But I am going to say this. The third stage is all about doing the work. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment section below. I look forward to reading them and to replying to them as soon as possible. Thank you for joining and thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next video and for more.